they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
Detroit!
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. So, wow. I mean, that'll quiet this crowd, right? A big one there on the opening drive of the game.
Yeah, you have to be thinking, we're at home for the playoffs. That had to be a splash of cold water right in their face, don't you think?
Yeah, they got to be thinking, we're going to have to work on this and do so in a hurry. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Richmond. Come back.
To throw on second is Watson. Forced out to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. first down carry now for Miller. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll try the air now with Watson, eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Two jet! Set! Blue 80! Blue 80! Richmond!
From the gun, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They begin the drive with Pumphrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. They run with Pumphrey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Leopard! Over! Detroit!
On third down, Jackson. Coleman has it here right side. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It's Pumphrey on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Willie Henry able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. He finds an opening past the 40. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and sneak it here. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see the sneak all that often from the 2-yard line because you definitely don't want to see your quarterback get clobbered. But you wonder if we might see the same play again.
They give it to him running left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins taking it in. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Returning it, Carlos Henderson. Spins away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Detroit!
They'll run it down with Pumphrey. Now the ball comes loose, and the Texans scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Green the line!
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, Watson dumps it complete to Miller. Got some real estate inside the 30, and he'll be taken down at the 26. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 26 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They start on the ground with Pumphrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watching that, Barney! Gun!
On 2nd down, Jackson. This is Coleman with the ground. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And an alley to run. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room inside the 40. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. No, check, Patriots. All right, now, lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Derek Wolfe able to get him for a loss of about 3. On second down, here's Jackson. 20. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll run it right through it. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come back, come back. Tiger.
Throwing again is Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brooks Reed able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. The Texans send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. On the return is Henderson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second half begins with a run from Miller. Space to maneuver at the 40. Quick move by Miller. And down to the 29-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 42 yards. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
On second down, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Here's Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a fourth and goal.
How about that for defense? Every hole plugged up. Can't run it inside, can't bounce it outside. That sets up fourth and goal from the 2. Right now, advantage defense.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run. It's Miller. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. Miller kept out of the end zone on 4th and goal. And instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Mumford. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Zach Cunningham in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Come back, come back.
Now a first down throw, Watson. There he goes inside the 30. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 42 yards. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Gone!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And they'll go on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down." They love being physical.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Patriot! Leopard!
Right back to him on 1st down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And on the ground they go with a running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Detroit!
4th down. Here's Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit!
And they'll run it here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a handoff looking right. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Alex Collins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.